Operator for the Amateur Radio Emergency Service R3D2 net. My name is Jim and I'm located in Loveland, Colorado. This net meets every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. local time for the purpose of planning, practicing, and discussing the activities of the R3D2 ARES group. Our district serves agencies in Larimer and Weld counties. Any emergency traffic will be handled with top priority during this net. I will now break for any emergency traffic. Emergency traffic only, please call now. Is there any formal NTS traffic? This is a direct net. Please do not transmit unless called on by net control during the net. All communications will be handled through net control. This net is open to anyone who is licensed to operate on this repeater and interested in amateur radio public service communications. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service of the American Radio Relay League. However, ARRL and ARES membership is not required to check in. Please check out should you need to leave prior to the closing of the net, as checkouts are required. This is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo, net control for the R3D2 ARES net. This net will accept check-ins in order of ARES affiliation. All stations will have an opportunity to check in. However, please wait for your appropriate check-in group. I will begin with R3D2 served agency directors, ARES members, followed by stations on Echolink. General check-ins will be taken at the end of this check-in process. When checking in, please give the following: your call sign, first alphabetically, then again with international phonetics, your name, location, and whether you have announcements or comments. I will now take check-ins from served agency directors. Served agency directors only, please call now.
KD0TYU, Kilo Delta Zero Tango Yankee Uniform, Joe in Loveland, EC for Larimer and Weld County.
Hey, we'll take a break real quick. We had a double there. I was able to get JEF. You can go ahead and come back.
Kilo Zero Juliet Echo Foxtrot. Name is Jeff. Served agencies, City of Fort Collins and Poudre Fire Authority.
Doubling station with K0JEF. Please call again. There nothing. Net control acknowledges KD0TYU and K0JEF. Any additional served agencies that would like to check in, please call now.
This is Kilo Echo Zero, Lima Charlie Kilo, KE0LCK, Elder Mike from Windsor, AEC Operations, Director Skywarn, Director Windsor.
KD0 UJK, Kilo Delta Zero, Uniform Juliet Kilo, Steve, District AEC and Director EOC for Weld County.
That control acknowledges KE0LCK and KD0UJK. It did sound like there was a doubling station with Mike If you deny your call sign, please call again.
This is KC0ZIE, Kilo Charlie 0, Zulu India Echo. Darren, Director for Hospitals.
Net control acknowledges KC0ZIE. We'll now move on to check-ins from ARES members. ARES members only with call suffixes Alpha through Mike. Please call now.
KE0 SOR, Kilo Echo 0, Sierra Oscar Romeo Mike, Larimer County traffic.
AFM November 0 Alpha Foxtrot Mike, Art in Estes Park, Larimer County, no traffic, and I'll be in and out, please.
KE0 LSL, Kilo Echo 0, Lima Sierra Lima, Al and Greeley.
Net control acknowledges KE0 SOR, N0 AFM, Art, got you checked in and out, and KE0 LSL. Now take check-ins from all ARES members. All ARES members, call suffixes Alpha through Zulu. Please call now.
This is K6OG, Kilo 6 Oscar Golf. David, Estes Park, Larimer County.
Good evening, this is KD0NKH, Kilo Delta 0, November Kilo Hotel, Jordan, Fort Collins, Larimer County.
This is N0YLF, 0 Yankee Lima Sierra, Mike in Livermore, Larimer County.
This is W0RMP, Whiskey 0 Romeo Mike Papa Bob, Estes Park, Larimer County.
AI 7 PM, Larimer Mobile, Alpha India 7 Papa Mike.
This is KD0PAG, Kilo Delta 0, Papa Alpha Golf, Melinda, Fort Collins, Larimer County.
This is 0 ROB, Whiskey Yankee 0, Romeo Oscar Bravo, name Robin, Estes Park, Larimer County, no announcements.
And net control acknowledges K6OG, KD0NKH, N0YLS, W0RMP, AI7PM, KD0PAG, WY0ROB. We'll now take check-ins from stations on Echolink. Echolink stations only. Please call now. Hearing nothing, we'll move on to general check-ins. General check-ins, call suffixes Alpha through Mike. Please call now. Hearing nothing, general check-ins, all general check-ins, call suffixes Alpha through Zulu. Please call now. Hearing nothing, this is Kilo Alpha 6, Echo Tango Echo, net control for the R3D2 ARES net. I'll now go on to announcements or comments. We did have one person say that they had traffic for the net. KE0SOR, Mike. Go ahead with your traffic.
This is Kilo Echo 0, Sierra Oscar Romeo Mike. I am net control for the fourth Thursday, but Joe, if you'd like, I can contact Alex and kind of help him out if he needs me to sub for him on the third. I'd be more than happy to do that. Kilo Echo 0, Sierra Oscar Romeo.
Yeah, this is KD02IU. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't even know what the schedule is. So, yeah, why don't you guys talk and come up with something, and if you want me involved, I will. If not, you guys just get it yourself.
Yeah, no worries. I've talked to Alex before, so just a matter of getting a hold of him. But I'd be more than, if he has a problem, if he's got a problem with timing, work, or whatever, I'd be more than happy to stand in on the third and do my fourth. So, no problems. KE0SOR.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that, Mike. Do we have any other additional questions, comments, or announcements? If so, please call now. Hearing nothing, we'll move on. Do we have anyone scheduled to provide the ARES trading this week? Please call now.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do it. It's KD02YU. I thought you heard me say that. I'm sorry.
I did not. Beginning, it sounded like there was a couple squelch crashes when people were checking in, but they cleared up. I was able to pull everything out. At least I thought I pulled everything out. We'll now move on to our weekly R3D2 ARES training from Joe, KD0TYU. The floor is yours.
First of all, I'd like to thank all the net controls that get in here and do the work. This is one net that it's a tough one for me to run. But anyway, as most of you know, or some of you know, I am a CPR. I'm a Green Cross or National Safety Council CPR and first aid instructor. And I ran across this first aid kit that ARES volunteers should actually have. And I'm going to let this drop a minute, and then I'm going to go over the details for this. No, it's a really good thing in any type of time that you're deployed to have some sort of a first aid kit. And some of the items you might want to think about are a couple pairs, or even just maybe more of nitrile gloves. You can get these things, if you get the good ones, you can actually pick them up at Harbor Freight. The 7 to 9 mil would definitely do it. They do make 5 mil, and they're okay too, but just want to make sure that you want to stay away from any bloodborne pathogens or anything like that. You also need some sort of a cleaning agent. A soap, antibiotic towelettes or things like that are fine too. If you are CPR certified and feel comfortable doing that, A breather mask is not a bad idea to have one of those things, and you can pick those up usually just about anywhere at a first aid store or something like that. And at least one what they call space blanket. And if you're familiar with what they are, they're kind of an aluminum blanket. They roll up into very, very small sizes, so they're easy to carry. Sterile dressings are very, very handy to stop different types of bleedings, and roller bandages is almost a must if you're going to use that. Also, a roll of some sort of adhesive cloth or tape. The non-stick type is probably the best because it's easier to pull off on for sure. Small cuts and things like that, adhesive bandages like Band-Aids and various things like that are very good. And then a large triangular bandage, hopefully you won't get into things like that, but you might need them for arm slings and things like that if someone has a broken arm or something like that. Scissors and tweezers are almost a must for any type of kit like this. And also a tube of some sort of petroleum jelly or a lubricant of some sort, or even the antibiotic cream, something like Neosporin. But before you apply that, make sure that they are not allergic to something like that. Instant cold compresses used to be a problem to get, but anymore they're getting very easy to get at pretty much any store you want to. Burn ointment or insect bite cream, an eye wash station, all you need is just some water or something like that. It's actually better if you use some sort of a bottled water because they're a little bit more pure than that. And the digital thermometer is not a bad idea, but stay away from any type of glass type situation in something you're going to move. Aspirin, ibuprofen, and various types of and non-aspirin type pain relievers are a good idea, but also make sure when you give this type of thing that you ask the person and you're very much aware that they're not allergic to any type of things like that. Antacid, laxatives, various things like that are okay to have, but again, always ask the person before you actually suggest that you do that. You know, we're all geared up for this handheld radios, or we've got our Monster 50 water in there, but it's not a bad idea to have a small AM/FM radio if you want to get some contact with what's going on. And these are actually, you can get these actually online, and you can also get them as apps, a first aid instruction booklet, and they are really super. NSC has probably got one of the better ones I've seen out there, and the things that I teach in our class, it actually gives it on an app that's free to anybody that's out there for this type of thing. Snake bite kits, if you're up in the mountains, is not a bad idea. Or a Gatorade or some sort of electric and water in different sizes is always a good thing to have. Insect repellent is something, and sunscreen is almost a must. And remember that these are just suggestions. A good first aid kit is what you really need when you're up there. And if you ever need any training, I will definitely set up a class or something like that for free for anyone who would really like to learn a little bit more about first aid and how to apply this thing. You can contact me at ARES-EC@ColoradoARES-R3D2.org. So thank you very much, Jim, for taking the net, and back to you.
Comment.
Thank you, Joe, for taking the training, and you're welcome for me taking the net tonight. Before closing the net, do we have any additional stations who would like to check into the R3D2 ARES net? If so, please call now.
Good evening, Jim, and the rest of the bunch. Kilo Charlie 0, Quebec Oscar Kilo, Marty, Montana, Echolink, and had Joe's first aid kit. A lot of people forget the tourniquet, and a RATS, R-A-T-S tourniquet would be, they're getting pretty cheap in price, and ought to have at least one of them. Back over to net, Jim, KC0Q8.
Jim, I want to make one comment about I agree with you. I agree with you very much on that, Marty, but one thing is you need some sort of training to apply a tourniquet, because, I realize that when the person is bleeding much, that's the only way to stop it. But if you're planning on keeping that limb, you really need to have some sort of idea how to let it off every so often and things like that also. So Just apply one day. Pressure is probably the first thing you want to try to do.
Copy that. Well, there's all kinds of first aid classes that have been offered, and I guess when people decide to get, oh shoot, I just lost my chance. When they decide to get the training and get serious about it, they will, and just something to think about.
Definitely. Thanks for that. Yeah, there's Stop the Bleed courses offered at a lot of fire stations, free for general public. Any other stations wishing to check in for tonight's R3D2 ARES net, please call now. Hearing nothing, I will now check each station out. I will read your call suffix. Please respond with your FCC-issued call sign. TYU.
80 TYU.
JEF.
K0JEF.
LCK.
AE0LCK.
UJK.
KD0UJK.
ZIE.
KC0ZIE.
SOR.
KE0SOR.
LSL.
KE0 LSL.
OG.
K6OG.
NKH.
KD0 NKH.
YLS.
N0YLS.
RMP.
W0RMP.
PM.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
PAG.
KD0 PAG.
ROB.
UI0ROB.
And QOK.
KC0QOK.
The mission of the Amateur Radio Emergency Service is to provide reliable and alternate communications to our served agencies in times of emergency, disaster, or national crisis. This evening we had 17 check-ins, including net control. The next scheduled ARES R3D2 net will be next Thursday evening at 7 p.m. I'd like to thank each station for checking in and the NCARC for the use of their repeater this evening. All stations with appropriate privileges are invited to check into the statewide ARES HF net on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. on the frequency 3.810 megahertz, the statewide ARES VHF net on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 145.310 megahertz repeater using a tone of 88.5 hertz. For further information about ARES R3D2, please go to www.coloradoaresr3d2.org. This is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo closing the net at 7:30 p.m. local time and returning the repeater to normal amateur radio use. 7-3. Good evening. Good night.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.